Jackson?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Doing well, doing well.
Good.
Can you believe this is practice number 14 of spring camp?
Right, I know, right? It came and went. Practice one seemed so far a way ago, but today was a good day. A lot of energy, a lot of back and forth between both groups. But yeah, I really appreciate the guys, working their tails off all spring, and we had a pretty good day today.
Coach Dicker talked to us a couple times already about, as he took over the position, he heard a lot about, boy, the secondary needs a lot of help, right? Then as camp's gone on, there's been a lot of performers there. What are you seeing from your guys?
They're getting better. They're taking the coaching. Is the one thing that I really appreciate. Me being the new guy coming in, and them getting adapted to the way I coach and what they've previously been used to. But they're really taking the coaching. They're soaking it up. They're good in the meeting rooms, all right. And then they come out here and they perform on a regular basis. So I'm very pleased about what they're doing. We're not there yet. A lot of work to do, but I like the progression that we're on right now.
How do you balance coaching and then the reality of all these guys aren't going to be with you in a week, or some of them have already gone out of the program?
And loving them, man. Talk to them. Make sure they got a good connection with them. Treat them like they're our own. You know what I'm saying? I'm the big uncle. You know what I'm saying, that they can come talk to whenever they need anything. And it's just taking it day by day. And whatever happens after that, it's kind of what we got to go through, and we got to figure it out.
How do you measure success in the spring? I mean, nobody's ever a finished product at this point.
Success, knowing what's going on, being able to function, playing fast, all things that I think we're doing right now. So like I said, we're headed in the right direction, and hopefully we can continue to stay healthy and keep progressing for the season.
Who are some of the guys that you can kind of pinpoint that you believe are approaching that level of success this spring in your room?
Well, you got to think about the older guys, of course. You got KP is doing real well in my room as far as the safeties goes. You got Nando, Lou, guys like that. I think everybody's doing a really good job. Some of the younger guys that I think got a lot of potential. Freddie is doing really well. That's not just to name a few, but everybody's doing a really good job. And like I said, the progression from day one to now is really good.
Devon Patterson had told me earlier, a couple months ago, that the plan for him was for him to be pretty versatile, kind of play several different spots. You want him to be in a spot to make plays. Right. Where do you kind of see him fitting in the defensive scheme at this point?
Devon's a great player. Just putting him everywhere we can to make the plays that he's supposed to make. You know what I'm saying? Where is he covering? Where is he in the box? Wherever it is. You know what I'm saying? So he's a great player for us. He's a key part of the defense, and we got to make sure that we put him in the right position to make the plays that he's supposed to make on every Saturday.
What do you call that fifth position, the secondary, and what's its primary role?
We call it a lot of different things. We call it a lot of different things. You're trying to get too much from me right now. I mean, we call it the DV. You put him on the field, and we kind of move him around wherever we can.
On the depth chart, what's it going to say?
On the depth chart?
Does it just say nickel?
Starter. Starter. Put him on the depth chart.
Is that because you asked them to do different things in different situations?
We ask all our DBs to do a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? We kind of cross-train all of them. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to see some guys playing multiple positions in the spring. So that's what we kind of did. And they all, got to know the defense, you know what I'm saying? Because you never know what's going to happen throughout the season. So, having them play multiple positions is a good thing, and it allows us to build depth on the back end and, keep us rolling when something happens bad or if something doesn't happen. But, we got depth at every position.
What was the allure for you to kind of come join Coach Dicker's staff and be part of this Wake Forest experience?
Man, it's been a blast so far. And when I got here, they opened the doors, treat me like I'm one of their own. It feels like I've been here for a minute, but I'm excited about it. Coach Dicker, got me on the phone and kind of explained his vision. Getting here, and it's exactly what he's been saying. You know what I'm saying? The energy, competitive atmosphere, and we're gonna work every day. You know what I'm saying? From the horn blows into the end. You know what I'm saying? We out here working every day.
We have established guys like Nick Anderson, Devon, folks like that. Sometimes it's not easy to change. How willing have they been to listen to what you've done in terms of changing?
Completely bought in. Completely. I think you can kind of see the way we're out here functioning in practice. whatever we ask them to do, they're up here, they're watching extra, they're taking the notes, we're doing walkthroughs. There's a lot of stuff that's going on, and I think they're doing a really good job, especially leading the group, you know what I'm saying, as far as, not only in that safety room, but also in the corner room, you know what I'm saying. So everybody has a voice in that room, and I think they're kind of, putting us in the right position to do what we need to do.
Okay. Thanks. How's it going, Micah?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
Doing good.
It's good to hear.
Go good.
Question for Micah.
How do you think spring's going for you?
Spring went pretty good. Kind of like, as a room, kind of like a little bit of a roller coaster. We lost a lot of guys, but I say we finished off strong and had a good spring overall. So,
What are you looking forward to about Saturday in front of the fans for the first time?
First, really connect with the fans. I mean, afterwards we got a little autograph showing, so that would be cool. Really talk with them, connect with them, and it kind of just showed what we're about. We got a lot of new coaches, a lot of new players from the portal, so it's kind of showing us the unity and togetherness that we're gonna show, and just our offense and defense, what we got this week. So yeah.
Talk a lot about what's new around here. What's been the biggest change for you?
You hear it a lot, energy, I say. It's very loud, and everyone's just really vocal in the meeting rooms, off the field, in the weight room, everywhere we go, it's just vocal, and just keeping that energy and translating it onto the field. And the game day is going to be really big for us. So.
I wasn't here Tuesday. What was the row to boat?
The row to boat. Yeah, we all went in the line, rowed the boat. Yeah. Pretty much, a little celebration. The defense had a little celebration. We had ours, so we just had the one up there. So yeah.
How much has your head been spinning this, through this journey the last 3 or 4 months? I mean, not only do you have a brand new coaching staff, you have a ton of new players all around you. You lost a bunch of your friends, right?
Yes, sir.
So how have you been able to stay so steady on the field and kind of keep your head straight and perform this spring?
Just really connecting with the new guys, I say, because
coaches and players.
Yeah,
both?
coaches, players, everyone, weight room coaches, just everyone in general, doing outside activities and stuff. Not really drawing on the past. Keep moving forward, because spring's really big for us. It's a really big step for our program, especially with all these new coaches and everything. So we're just learning new offense and connecting with the players is really big for this spring.
And of course, you also early on had 3 different quarterbacks you're catching passes from.
Yes, sir, yeah.
That had to be a little bit of a challenge too, right?
Yeah, it was a little interesting. We were doing routes in the air. We're trying to get the timing down. We're doing 4 steps, 5 steps, and one's throwing way harder than the other one. So it's really just taking the time to develop that and building that chemistry throughout the spring. So.
What were you happy about in terms of your performance, though? Because you made some nice catches out here.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I was being free to catch. I'm sorry.
I said you made some nice catches out here.
Yeah.
What did you like about your performance this spring?
Right. Yeah, just being explosive. Really want to be an explosive receiver. Anytime it's a deep ball, short ball, I want to get the yak or make the explosive play, just so we can help our team and build our offense. So.
Where does leadership come from in the wide receiver room at this point? Is it you?
Nah, it's a couple of us, really, to be honest. So we have our Sterling and Sawyer, which are our seniors.
Yeah.
Which kind of take over the room, and then really Jeremiah Melvin's really the vocal one, and Ben Garay. So it really just comes from everyone. I lead by example. A lot of other guys lead by example. So we have a bunch of different types of leadership, and a lot of different ways we do it. But everyone's leading.
Does Jeremiah get it just because he's the tallest?
Yeah, nah. He real vocal. He real energy. Anytime he's doing exercise, he's just pushing everyone. So he really shows his leadership.
I bet Coach Dickard likes that.
Yeah, he loves that. Anytime we're in a meeting or something, he calls out Jeremiah. He's just always doing something right. Especially in the spring workouts, 4-quarter edge. He was always showing up on film.
What are you thinking of the new offense so far? I mean, we're so used to seeing a lot of slow mesh,
right.
A lot of RPOs. It's a brand new system.
Right.
Is it something you're interested in playing in? Does it look like fun?
Yeah, definitely exciting. Different from last year from the slow mesh, and there was a lot of different options we can run off of that. And just this year, kind of more straightforward run to play. A lot of mesh routes. I don't know. It's just really fun. A lot of routes on the run. Coach is really key on catching the ball and on the run and getting that yak and a lot of explosive plays. But yeah, it's really exciting. I really like the offense that we made. And it's good.
Good. Receivers like that more than the 30 yards down the field deep ball.
One-on-one?
Yeah. No. Do you guys like the idea of catching the ball and running, getting yak more than winning a 50-50 ball down the field?
Personally, I like the 50-50 ball. I personally just like it, but the ball, catching the ball on the run is just kind of better, expands our offense, just different things to run. And yeah, I like both, but if you have to ask me, then I'm going 50-50.
With so many new guys, and we talked to Coach Edwards about this last weekend. You kind of become a tour guide with so many new guys in the room and teaching them like where to go.
I guess a little bit, like right off the start, you know, if like they have a building, like going to like classes or something like that, maybe like a question or like who to talk to, but like not really. Everyone figured it out on their own, and you know, yeah.
Are you there for restaurant recommendations?
Yeah, you know, we in meetings and telling them, yeah, the best barbecue spots, stuff like that. Yeah.
Didn't Coach Edwards
What's
tell
the
us?
best barbecue spot?
Oh, yeah,
Little Richard's is personally my favorite, or Kickback Jack. So,
Okay.
yeah.
you were never here for what was it called?
Bibbs.
Bibbs, right?
Bibbs was
Bibbs.
gone. That was a cool.
Really?
Bibbs was so good.
Damn, that was a spot.
Yeah.
Like wings or
Have you been
barbecue?
to- Have you been to Camel City?
Nah.
Camel City's good.
Go there?
Yeah.
All right.
It's downtown. Yeah.
I got you. I'm going to do that. I'm taking my family there because my family here for this weekend, so I'm going to do that.
There you go.
Yeah,
Camel
perfect.
City.
Thanks, Micah. Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all.